Hello and welcome to Cranfield. We're here talking apprenticeships with the apprenticeships team. Christina, thank you for joining us. I'm going to start by talking about the Senior Leader Apprenticeship. What is it?
So the Senior Leader Apprenticeship combines all those knowledge, skills and behaviours required by the apprenticeship standard, the Senior Leader Standard, which has been put together by organisations looking to develop their leaders.
Okay, so already we've mentioned standards. That's one of the terms that I don't know if everyone understands, certainly not me at all times. So what is a standard with reference to the apprenticeships?
So all apprenticeships have a standard, and that outlines what the apprentice is going to gain throughout the duration of their apprenticeship. And those standards are put together by what's called a trailblazer group. It's a group of organisations who would like to have an apprentice go through that standard and have those knowledge, skills and behaviours at the end. So effectively it's industry telling providers, apprenticeship providers like Cranfield, what they want.
These are the minimum requirements you have to provide. Okay, fabulous. So I mean, we're talking, I think, both from a student perspective and from a business perspective. Why would a business put people through this?
To develop their talent, to retain their good staff and to keep them on board, and also bring all that knowledge into the business without losing anybody as well.
Because it is part-time, and the whole idea around the apprenticeship rather than other qualifications, it's directly applicable. It's meant to be about your business, isn't it?
Yes, it's taking all that knowledge from the classroom, everything they've learned that day, and literally implementing it the next day, sharing with their teams, with their managers, with colleagues, giving others a chance as well to step up and support them in their normal day-to-day work while they're learning something new and bringing it back into the workplace.
So, I mean, that makes sense. Retention, attracting staff, great injection of skills. Why would an individual want to do it then, rather than a different qualification?
I think why wouldn't they want to do it is a great question, because it's paid for by their employer. They're given time off to go and study.
Lovely.
And they're getting a qualification that's recognised throughout industry from an excellent provider such as Cranfield.
And it's one of those things that we talked about social mobility. It's something that people don't have to have degrees for already. What are the criteria for an individual?
Our entry requirements, although we do like to see undergraduate degrees, they're not a necessity at all. If you've been in the workplace for some time and have experience managing either projects or staff, then we would welcome an application from you as well. So it's really important to note that around 20% of Cranfield apprentices have never been to university before.
And in fact, we've just interviewed one of them, Alison Cutland, a separate video. If people haven't watched that, I would definitely check out that video, because Alison was giving her experience, and Alison is an absolute classic example of someone who really leveraged the Senior Leader Apprenticeship and who didn't have a degree before and is now absolutely smashing it. Girl boss. So what can an employer expect when they're putting someone through on an apprenticeship?
So an employer not only gets support for their apprentice, but they get support from us as a provider as well. So we help them all the way through from what's entailed by the apprenticeship, what the employer will have to do to support their apprentice, what the apprentice will get out of it, and also input into some of the projects that they might undertake as well.
Fabulous. And what about the student? What would the student expect?
So the student gets lots of support, so they get an apprenticeship tutor. It's such a valuable asset to them. And that tutor is there to support them throughout their journey, keep them on track, make sure that they're doing what they need to do and that they're achieving throughout, getting all those knowledge, skills and behaviours required by the standard and are on target to succeed. And that is shown through our 99% and above pass rate.
99%, very, very nice. Is there anything businesses need to know about the eligibility?
So there are requirements for apprentices, lots of very detailed ones around residency, but more specifically, they can't have a qualification at the same level in the same area. So in this sense, it would be level 7, so master's level qualification in leadership and management already. That would preclude them. And we wouldn't expect you to be highly experienced either, because if you were, you wouldn't need to do the apprenticeship.
That makes sense. And this whole apprenticeship, it's the Senior Leader Apprenticeship. It's about building the management and leadership skills. One of the team was just talking to us about the fact that leadership and management are the most in-demand skills in the workplace at the moment, according to the FE report. And similarly, the Senior Leader standards require simulated workplace crisis through role play, which is part of the reason it's so powerful, because people are immediately able to apply what they've learned in the real world. So it is transformative for businesses.
It's amazing. We've worked with in excess of 400 businesses now, having apprentices from all over different sectors, and everyone has seen a benefit.
I think that is incredible. Fabulous. Well, thank you very much for watching. We will have another video about how you can make the most and how you can apply for a Senior Leader Apprenticeship.